Hello and welcome to Out and About. I'm Diane Gonzalez. Don't let the cold weather prevent you from enjoying one of Lincoln's great outdoor park attractions, the Pioneers Park Nature Center. It's a great place for all ages, all year round. And joining us to talk about some of the great winter events at the Nature Center is Jamie Kelly. She is a new naturalist at the center. Jamie, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself and what it means to be a naturalist.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I just joined the team out at Pioneers Park Nature Center in November, so I'm excited to be a part of everything going on out there. I'm a native Lincolnite, so it's home, and I have many memories spent at Pioneers Park Nature Center growing up, so I just love being out there. But as a naturalist, I kind of oversee the development of the different programs, so the public programs that go on, and help develop the curriculum for the school programs, and work with the teacher naturalists that lead all of those hikes, and help just get the word out about the Nature Center.
Which is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
For those people who are not used to going out to the Nature Center in the winter, tell us what it's like out there this time of year.
Yeah, the winter is actually a great time to explore the outdoors, and at the Nature Center there's always a lot going on, no matter the weather. So just bundle up if it's a little chilly out. The trails are always open, as long as the Nature Center is. So you can go for hikes, and if there's freshly fallen snow, it's great because you can see little trails and find out what animals might have been, around there, because you can see their tracks and signs of life. There aren't a lot of leaves on the trees anymore, so the nests of the different birds and things that live around there, you can see those. So there's a lot more to explore than you really think that opens up in the wintertime when you don't have, some of those things that are going on in the spring and summer. And it's also quieter. So if you're getting into birding, there's still birds that are around here. So you can really tune in to see what birds are around, because you don't have the buzzing of the insects and all of the commotion and stuff that's going on. So it's a great time just to go out and explore and listen and see what's going on, and find those sites that you might not notice when there's other things.
Other things out there, right. Now, one of the events you have coming up is a winter walk coming up December 1st. It's to celebrate the winter solstice. Get out there and take a hike. What will we be looking for as we take this winter walk?
Yeah, the winter walk. It's a great way, like I said, to look for signs of life that might be still around in the wintertime. Sometimes we think that everything migrates or everything is hibernating, and that's really not true. So the hike will lead us around the Nature Center looking for those signs of life and what's been going on in the Nature Center in the wintertime. And just the other day I was out hiking on the trails, and there's a lot of mole tunnels that are going along the trails. So it's always kind of fun to see what's going on, and it's always different because you never know what might appear. So it's kind of exciting.
And this event ends with two of my favorite things, hot chocolate and sunset.
Exactly, yeah. It might be a little chilly out, so we like to kind of warm you up after you get back in. So
now, for those who are looking for something to do with the kids to finish up that last minute decorating, that last minute shopping, you have a drop-in shop where you can take your child out there and they can have an adventure while you fight the battle in the stores.
Exactly. If you need to do some last minute shopping or last minute holiday prep, bring the kiddos out to the Nature Center. It is going to be the 22nd in the morning, and there will be crafts, and we'll go on hikes outside, and so we'll entertain the kiddos while you can kind of finish up the holiday prep. And they'll be entertained, and school's out, so there might be in your hair. So
they'll probably be going a little stir crazy.
Yeah, bring them out to the Nature Center, and we can entertain them for the morning.
And they do ask that you make your reservation by December 19th. It'll be a fun time for the kids. Another great kids event. What do animals do in the winter? We'll find out with some puppets.
Yeah, we do a little puppet show. The puppets are a great way to interact with younger children, keep their attention, and so we'll do a little puppet show at the Nature Center. And this is sort of a drop-in event. If you're planning on coming out, you can give reservations. Otherwise, if you're kind of last minute, what to do in between Christmas and New Year's, the kids are still out of school, bring them on down and be entertained for the morning.
Now, one of the things that I don't know if many people are aware of this, you do a preschool which is based on nature. And you've got a session coming up here with an open house so people can learn more. Tell us about the preschool at the Nature Center and what you focus on in that.
Yeah, like you said, it's a nature-based preschool, And the focus really is having the kids have an opportunity to learn by being outside and what that entails. So it might be collecting sticks and lining them up, or counting pine cones, or looking at the different colors of the flowers, or what sounds that they hear in the wintertime. And so every day those kids are going outside and learning by being out in the outdoors, out in nature. And so the staff builds the curriculum, around that and the seasons, and based on the age level and everything. So it's a great way to learn. And kids are born naturalists. They have that curiosity and that wonder. And so this just sort of enhances that and gives them that, that foundation of education starting there.
What ages are you looking at? How young can they be?
We have preschool and pre-K. So it's 3 to 5 year olds. And then they're split up, the younger kids and the preschool, and then the little bit older kids in pre-K. So, and as you had mentioned, we do have an open house coming in January. So if parents are thinking that this is something that they want to do and get signed up for the 2015-16 school year, they can come out, meet the teachers on the 20th, and learn a little bit more about the Nature Center preschool. We do have some openings coming up for this spring semester, so starting on January 8th. So if people are interested in getting one of those spots, there's not very many, but a few opened up, so people can go ahead and call the Nature Center about that too.
And it is so important to get our kids outdoors. When I grew up on the farm, that's where we played, but a lot of kids don't have that much time outside.
Exactly, yeah, and this is a great way. Like I said, kids are born with that sense of wonder and wanting to pick up things and learn from their surroundings, and it's just great to be connected to nature and to the environment, and it builds so much. I know when you talk to people, they always have stories like you had said, like, oh, at my grandparents, or I grew up close to this park, and lots of kids don't have that anymore. And so just coming out to the Nature Center and having the Nature Center so close in Lincoln is a great way for families to enjoy the outdoors.
You have probably one of the best jobs in Lincoln, Jane.
I'm lucky to have it, yeah.
Again, if you'd like more information about the Pioneers Park Nature Center, you can call 441-7895, or you can go online at parks.lincoln.ne.gov. Again, we've got the Winter Walk December 21st, Drop and Shop the 22nd, Puppet Show the 29th, and then that preschool open house then on January 20th. Jamie, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Stay warm out there, and I'll have some hot chocolate next time I come in.
Very good.
When we come back, Jeff Mall from the Convention and Visitors Bureau will be visiting us here to tell us about all the holiday happenings around the capital city. Stay with us.
This city isn't what outsiders think. Lincoln has always had the reputation of being a sleepy Midwest city, but not the type of place people think about living, especially young people. We've just never really been the place people dream about. That's about to change. It's time to change perceptions. Exciting things are happening in our city, big things. Our spirit has a renewed sense of energy, and there's enthusiasm in our collective voice. You can feel it in the streets, see it on the skyline, hear it in the ideas of our young entrepreneurs and creative class. This might be a quiet, laid-back city, but it's buzzing with a flourishing economy and a rich, vibrant culture. Be young, have a booming career, raise a family. You can do it all here, and it just keeps getting better. We're the crossroads of blue skies and bustling progress, the sweet spot of balanced living. It feels good to be here, to be a part of it. In Lincoln, life is right. Now, it's time to let the world know.
Out and About continues now with Jeff Mall. This is our holiday edition. We've got some fine decorations from across the hall here at City Hall.
I'm just curious what's in the, this probably looks like cologne or perfume, maybe a wallet.
We thought you brought those for us.
Well, maybe I just gave away what was in the boxes. But this looks nice. This is very festive.
I think they're empty.
It's very light, yes.
Yes, yes.
Well, happy holidays to you.
Same to you. It's a great time in the capital city. We're going to start with a couple of long-time traditions.
Yes, the Nutcracker at the Lead Center. Speaking of long-time tradition, it's been 30 years that the
30
Nutcracker has
years.
been performed by the Lincoln Midwest Ballet Company over at the Lead Center. Over 200 dance students from southeastern Nebraska will be featured. Indeed, a holiday tradition. Very great way to start off the holiday season.
They've got an orchestra, they've got some featured guest dancers who are professionals, great costumes and scenery, and it really is quite the spectacle.
Hot cocoa would go good with this event.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd do that at the Lead Center.
Okay,
but-
I'll give Bill a call.
Okay, you
All
do
right.
that. Another great tradition, of course, is the Keelan Family and Friends concert, and this has some new things in it this year. They're going to have a Celtic duo from Minnesota.
Yeah, and as always, concert singers, nearly 40 singers from different faith denominations. And this year they'll have a special tribute to the late Mac McCune. I mean, what a wonderful gentleman this was to the music world that is Lincoln, Nebraska. But just a lot of the great Keelan family singers. I know Mally gets all excited about this every year.
Yes, he does. Every year he says, well, I don't know if I'll do this again this year, and every year the show gets better and better.
Oh, yeah.
Go Mally.
That's
Keep
right.
it up. We've got several holiday theater productions, starting with the most inventively awful kids in history.
That's right, and you're talking about the Herdman
The
family.
Herdmans.
This is the best Christmas pageant ever at the Haymarket Theater. Decided to get involved in the town's holiday pageant just to get snacks at the rehearsals. Yes, that's the Herdmans.
The Herdman family. They've become notorious. I think we all had a Herdman family in our hometown.
I think we did. Some of them may have been like right across the street, or it may have been your home.
It may have been yours. All right. Ta-Da has an animated musical Christmas, and this features, there's a young man who's playing the lead, and he's got a sketchbook, and whatever he draws comes to life.
Yes, into very large characters and claymation shows that everyone has loved over the years are all kind of brought to life in this production.
Isn't this the 50th year of Rudolph the Red-Nosed
It
Reindeer?
is. I did see that in the newspaper.
Is that claymation?
It is. It is. And if you look at it very closely, you can see that. That's what makes it neat. Looking back at Rudolph, I mean, how real it was when you were a kid, but you look at it now, I think it's even better.
Well, this show at Ta-Da features a lot of the great Christmas songs we've enjoyed over the years. Community Playhouse has Junie B, starring in Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, and it's all about that Junie B. Jones, first grader.
Yes, and she gets involved with a lot of very bad individuals. Tattletale May is one that keeps ruining all of Junie B's fun, so stopping out for some great humor.
It all ends up well,
It does, always.
as it does in The Christmas Carol, which is at Wesleyan this year.
Humbug.
Oh, don't start that.
Okay. This is a Charles Dickens classic. This will be at the Miller Theater. Nebraska Wesleyan University brings this Christmas title to life. Of course, Ebenezer Scrooge, the ghost of Christmases past, present, and yet to come.
And Tiny Tim.
Yes. Oh, I like Tiny Tim.
First Plymouth has a couple of great holiday events coming up. One is kind of a way to just leave all that commercialism behind and then just enjoy more of a spiritual evening.
That's right, and you'll be able to experience the beloved carols sung by the angelic voices of the Plymouth Choir, accompanied by the Plymouth Ringers, the Aubin Music Orchestra, and the lead organ. I mean, this new organ over there is phenomenal. Maybe it's first or second year, I think. Maybe last year.
It's still fairly new.
Yeah. So this should be a lot of fun at First Plymouth Congregational Church.
And then First Plymouth brings out the Plymouth Brass for its New Year's Eve event.
Yes, a very engaging and entertaining evening. The Plymouth Brass with conductor Jeremy Bankson, organist Tom Trini, and the Plymouth Ringers and other special guests.
It's another great tradition.
It
here in
is. It
Lincoln.
is. There's a lot of traditions this time around.
Make Believe Midnight is another one. This is a chance for kids to go out and celebrate the new year. I think one of the favorite things here would be the bubble wrap stomp.
Loud.
It would be. It would
Very
be great
loud.
fun. I think they should have that for adults too.
You know what I really like about the Lincoln Children's Museum with this event is it allows kids that typically don't get to stay up till midnight to experience their own New Year's Eve, ringing of the bells and the pageantry that is New Year's Eve. Mom and Dad can still get home, put the kids to bed, and head out on their own. So great chance to do a couple great new events or typically good family events that night.
And we want to remind people that the Children's Museum still has its Candy House Fun Shop available until the 21st. You can create all the mess there at the museum, or you can take home a kit and clean up your house yourself. But it's
Winner,
always
winner.
a great a great time if you can get most of the candies on the house instead of in your mouth. It's a good
And
event.
it's somebody else's mess to clean up.
That's right.
This is a nice event.
Lead Center has some fun things coming up as usual, and Christmas with the King Singers. This is England's most famous a cappella ensemble.
That's right, and they'll play a lot of great holiday classics, Christmas classics, and new arrangements. Highlights the spectacular evening of holiday music all the way from England. Wow. Lincoln, Nebraska, on the map. I like it.
And one of the most sought after pianists today, Jonathan Biss, is coming on January 13th.
Yeah, he's actually performed with some pretty major orchestras over the years, the New York Philharmonic and the Boston Symphony. Great chance to experience a great night of holiday classics.
You know, this is the 25th anniversary of the Lead, so they're doing the best of the best, and we've got Grammy Award-winning Latin music coming with Poncho Sanchez.
Yeah, he's going to bring some very straightforward jazz, gritty soul music, and infectious melodies. His 9-piece band creates a kaleidoscope of Latin and South American music.
Now we're going to wind up with some events to get you out and active, including the Jingle Bell Run and Walk. You put those bells on your shoes and take off and raise some money for the Arthritis Foundation.
Yeah, this is a great chance to wear a holiday-themed costume as well. This seems to be the season for really bad sweaters and Christmas outfits, and tie the jingle bells to your shoelaces. A great opportunity to stop out to the Ald Recreation Center at Idle Oak Park and raise money for the Arthritis Foundation. Great chance to stay active during the winter months as well.
Absolutely. The Lincoln Stars are going to kick off the new year with their first game on January 2nd at the Icebox.
That's right. They're off to kind of a up and down start right now. They're a young team. We've got a brand new renovated Icebox over there on the old fairgrounds, which is Innovation Campus. They take on the Bloomington Thunder. Plenty of tickets still available for most games this season, so stop out and see some great hard-hitting, gritty hockey action.
And now for something completely different, we've got go-karts, which aren't that unusual, but indoors.
Yeah, this
Which is kind of nice this time of year.
It is a great time of year, and the thing that you get to know about race fans is they get really down in the head when summer goes away and their outdoor racing happens. And now that they're into the off season, this is a great chance to enjoy the Nebraska Kart Shootout January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Lancaster Event Center. This is the 4th annual event. Now, for those of you who don't know about go-karts, they set really close to the ground.
Right.
You wear a helmet, you wear nice safety harnesses. They do a turkey chase event in November that fills the place. So there's a definite need in the Midwest for kart racing. So this is a good way to get your racing fix in.
I bet it gets really loud.
It's not too bad. I think a lot of them have mufflers on them, but it is kind of a buzz. People compare it to hornets or bumblebees, and it's just a neat event. KartShootoutPromotions.com for more information.
Now, first weekend in January, you hear a large bee sound coming from Northeast Lincoln. It's the Kart Shootout.
Yeah, and give it a shot, folks. I mean, a lot of stuff that goes on at the Lancaster Event Center, people think it's not necessarily for them, whether it be racing or horses or agriculture, but it's still a neat event, and it's bringing a little bit of that urban environment, that country environment to the city.
Absolutely. Now tell us what's happening at the Visitor Center. I know you always have free water, but is there hot chocolate this time?
Well, you know, we put up a new wreath. We've got a new Christmas wreath down at the Visitor Center at 7th and P. Working on a coffee maker. I know it's not new technology, but I want to make sure I get the very best for our visitors. So hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll have a new coffee maker down there for people to enjoy.
Send
Look
me
at
an
me
email.
go.
Send me an email.
You're baking cookies, right?
No.
No? No? How about Bo?
I usually burn them when I bake them, so I just let other people do that.
Well, the guys behind the camera over here and over here, I'll rely on them for all the good technology to get us the best in cookies.
Sounds good. Lincoln.org
Yep.
is the website to go where you can find out about all the great holiday events going on around the city and getting ready for a big new year.
Yeah, give us a call at 434-5348 if you have any other questions. Love to see everybody down at the Visitor Center.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. And when we come back, we'll have news from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Stay with us.
This city isn't what outsiders think. Lincoln has always had the reputation of being a sleepy Midwest city, but not the type of place people think about living, especially young people. We've just never really been the place people dream about. That's about to change. It's time to change perceptions. Exciting things are happening in our city, big things. Our spirit has a renewed sense of energy, and there's enthusiasm in our collective voice. You can feel it in the streets, see it on the skyline, hear it in the ideas of our young entrepreneurs and creative class. This might be a quiet, laid-back city, but it's buzzing with a flourishing economy and a rich, vibrant culture. Be young, have a booming career, raise a family. You can do it all here, and it just keeps getting better. We're the crossroads of blue skies and bustling progress, the sweet spot of balanced living. It feels good to be here, to be a part of it. In Lincoln, life is right. Now, it's time to let the world know.
Welcome back to Out and About. Tom Lorenz joins us now from Pinnacle Bank Arena, and going to start off the year with the new governor, and it's quite an honor to get the celebration at the new arena.
We're very honored to have the governor bring his inaugural to Pinnacle Bank Arena. The idea of the inaugural really is to incorporate all the people of Nebraska and celebrate that together. So Nebraska, Pinnacle Bank Arena really is Nebraska's arena. So we're very happy with the opportunity to be able to work with the governor and do this. It's a lot of work. We'll take a full day and a half to set up, but we're really looking forward to it. It should be a wonderful event, and I hope people really enjoy it when they come.
Will there be a special menu?
There will be. We're working with not only our chefs, but also some outside chefs, and again, trying to showcase all of Nebraska. So there'll be several different proteins and a lot of variety, but it will be Nebraska-based, and it really should showcase this country, to the country, you know, what a great place Nebraska is.
Very, very cool. And then the Harlem Globetrotters, just less than a week later, you'll be having some basketball, more basketball.
More basketball. It's great. You know, it's always wonderful to have those guys back, and they do such a great, as guys and girls now. I can't just say guys. So, you know, the antics are always, you know, timeless, and it's just a wonderful event for families, and we're glad to have them back. And it's a great time frame. It's right in the midst of University of Nebraska men's and women's teams, you know, games. So it's really a nice time to come in and see something a little bit more lighthearted.
And a lot of people have had January 17th circled on their calendar for a long time. When Fleetwood Mac comes to Lincoln, some rock legends here.
This is as good as it gets. I can remember, you know, listening to them so much as I grew up, and they're just talented. Not only were they talented on their own, but as they got together, there was a certain magic there. With Christine McVie rejoining them, John McVie very healthy. What a great evening, and it is sold extremely well. There are a few tickets left, not many, but it is a success. So I mean, we're very, very pleased to see it come to Pinnacle Bank Arena.
And Life in Color, this will be its first time at Pinnacle. I know it's been at Pershing before. That's
right. It's an electronic dance music event, and it is essentially where the kids come in. Their EDM music is playing up on the stage. And the crowd is sprayed with some glow-in-the-dark type paints, and people participate in it. It's really a lot of fun. It has been an event that's been great at Pershing for a couple of years. Now to be able to move it over to a much larger floor, a much larger attendance, we look to maybe 6,000 kids that'll be able to come. It is a safe area, and we're looking forward to that event. It's fun to do that every year, and you know, with the new kids that come into college and all the different, you know, high school kids and everything else that are graduating, it's something we think we'll do year after year.
Now, what kind of special preparations do you do? Like line the arena so cleanup is easy?
We do, because we'll have like a carpet underlayment on the floor so it doesn't slip and it absorbs the paint. Plastic up on the sides, limited areas where they can go. They won't be sitting up in the seats. It all takes place on the floor. Because we can retract all of those seats, it creates a really nice large floor area. So you know, we do a lot of preparation for it, and we really do have to do a great job, because the next day we go into our next concert,
which is Linkin Park.
Linkin Park,
Grammy-winning alternative rock.
They are terrific, and you know, they've been touring a little bit last year, and very successful, and so we were able to draw them over here to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Again, this show is selling extremely well to start with. Nice to have them back. We had them at Pershing years ago. They sold out. You know, it still is a very relevant band. Two great openers, Rise Against and Of Mice and Men, two really good acts that go with it. So it'll be a great night, and so we'll party all night with Paint on Friday, and then knock out Linkin Park out of the park on Saturday. So it'll be a busy weekend.
And the first country act of the year is coming February 13th, for just in time for Valentine's Day.
Just, you know, that's a perfect thing to set up your Valentine's Day. Make sure that you were able to take your favorite person to the concert. Florida Georgia Line, two guys that are really, really hitting their stride right now. Very, very popular. This show sold out in one day. This was a big deal for us to be able to get it. And we got calls from agents from around the country, congratulation calls on selling this one out so quickly. Lincoln, you guys are right on the cutting edge of the best country out there. A lot of graphics and a lot of video with Florida Georgia Line. Their lyrics are, the hooks and the songs are terrific. It's fun to sing along with them, so we're really looking forward to that show.
And something new for the arena in its second year, the first big tennis event, and there's some greats in the tennis world coming for this one.
These guys, tennis champions John McEnroe, Andy Roddick, Jim Courier, and James Blake will all compete. And they'll come through and they'll do a semifinal round, and then they'll do a one-set finals round. And these are the best of the best out there. We've watched them for years and years, and it's to have them here, to have them competing. They're really looking forward to coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena. The lineup of cities that they're going to do their show at is really pretty impressive, and it's nice to be in this list of Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Austin, Texas, Little Rock, Dallas, Boston. The list goes on, and Lincoln, Nebraska is in the middle of all that. So this will be a wonderful opportunity to see some great tennis. There's some terrific packages that are put together, so you can do some meet and greets and get some autographs from these guys, and they're very amenable to doing that. So this will be a fun event.
And Woods Park, part of the campaign to help fund some renovation there is
They really
part of
are,
this.
yeah, and that's going to be a big part of it. That we're able to showcase the Woods Park expansion and to be able to get the funding in place so that Lincoln again takes that next step up and becomes a great place for tennis to be learned and to be played. And it just continues with the growth of Lincoln and all the exciting things that are happening here. That as Woods Park expands or gets built, the university is expanding their facilities. So this will be another great opportunity for athletics here in Lincoln.
You've got to believe Andy Roddick will be the crowd favorite, being a Nebraska boy.
Out of Omaha and famous wife and everything else, I mean, it'll really be a fun time to cheer him. And John McEnroe always makes it interesting, and so I think this will be a wonderful lineup. And kudos to Charlie Schilling with staff who worked really hard and made this happen. A lot of great things are happening, and this is just one more thing.
You see Andy Roddick serve on TV. It's not quite the same as when you see him do it in person. It's pretty powerful.
Same thing with pro sports and all this type of stuff. To see them live and up close, and you can get really up close here at Pinnacle. It's just amazing. You see that level of talent. It's just so much more than maybe what you and I might do in the afternoon on a wonderful park. So.
And speaking of talent, both men's and women's basketball teams are doing very well, living up to expectations.
They
so
are
far.
great. Both teams are really strong. Both were ranked to start with. And it's just it's a fun atmosphere. I mean, some of the preseason games or the earlier games didn't used to sell quite so big. Now it's becoming a hard ticket to get. Just this weekend we'll have Duke in here for the women and Creighton in here for the men. Those are both very, very strong dates. We'll see huge attendance for that. The teams are exciting to watch. The coaches are just the best out there. So we're really, really pleased to be part of that. And we hope a lot of people get a chance to come down and catch those guys again, to see them up close and see the level of talent they're playing against is outstanding.
And when basketball season is over, you'll be back to a full schedule of events that I imagine you're planning for right now.
We are. There's a lot of things that are coming up. There's some family shows. There's you're looking at some rodeo opportunities coming up. Just a lot of things that happen. And this year we're kind of that unique opportunity to be able to put some of those concerts during the basketball season. So Fleetwood Mac and Florida Georgia Line, and maybe one or two more yet will still happen during the season. That kind of helps that gap so that there isn't such a long time between concerts, and we're really pleased, and the athletic department's been terrific to work with, and it's just been a great partnership, as it always has been here in Lincoln.
And the website where you can check out all the activities, pinnaclebankarena.com. It's still a fairly new website.
It is.
And it looks great, and it's easy to find what you need.
Lots of graphics out there, fun things to learn, and people have just continued to support us. So, Diane, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful holiday season. And thank you again for the opportunity to be able to tell people about all the cool stuff we get to do here in Lincoln.
Well, same to you, and we're looking forward to a great 2015. Can
Yes,
you believe that?
That's
Whoa.
big numbers.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. We'll see you next year.
You too.
And that is all for this month's Out and About. I want to thank all the guests we had on today. Now, if you missed any of the events, stay tuned. We will be running a list of the events right after this show. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you out and about.